Hey, Oki.
Hey Laurie. Hey Velasquez.
Well,
How are you guys doing?
fine, waiting for you.
Waiting for you, yeah.
Yep, I'm back now. Yeah, there we go. All
Fine
right.
on my end.
Okay. Then let me start. I will start talking about my end. I have a quite update on my end. It's not that many. It's the what do you call? Just gonna be talking about what happened this last 2 weeks.
Oh,
Pretty much a summary of it.
yeah, we have seen you've been fairly busy. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just-
that challenge thing didn't end up great at first. So I'll mention a couple times here.
alright. Yeah, me and Velasquez pretty much shared the entire thing of the skins last week. I'm still on it. I had to do some things in between, especially with the current application. In case anyone here, if you're interested in working with us, for us, howsoever, we're currently looking for 2 new 3D artists. There is still, if you check announcement in the Discords or Reddit or Twitter, there is still an
Applications open.
yeah, applications are open. There's still a form you can fill out to apply for BattleBit if you want to work with us.
Mainly it's going to be weapons and the general some 3D models and
Yeah, basically looking
uh,
for generalist. Might include vehicles or map assets in the future, but for now it will definitely be weapons.
yeah. Currently we are accumulating what do you call the applications, and we're just going to choose from there as what do you call?
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna give a couple of challenges from our end, like a couple of models. How can you improve this, or how would you do this? And then from there we're gonna choose like 2 to 4 people depending on the skill set. Anyway, that's gonna be that's gonna definitely help us on what do you call the weapon skins and other stuff. All right, I think we can start in 2 minutes. I will start on my end. What has been happening for the last few weeks? Why it's taking too long, at least. Why it's like this update is supposed to be released last week, and why it's taking another week as well. I'll be talking about that as well. How about you guys, Larry? You guys have been working on the new weapon skin system, right? As far as I know.
Yeah. Weapon skin system, which is a big task, and we're still like figuring small details out here and there. It's not as easy as it was first, because yesterday night we did run, or I did at least run into an issue again where the M4. I took the M4 as base again. It has one of the, I think it's one of the supporter skins where it has like a magazine strapped to the stock of it, right? And I was trying to figure out how you can make the bullets inside always stay the same color, but we very soon noticed that this is not possible anymore with the new system, because it will always be dynamic, and we just don't have enough.
Yeah. We want to make them consistent colors.
Yeah, so
okay.
Things like this are not possible anymore.
What I could do probably there is we could maybe like, if it's like on the laptop, I don't change the UV, but that's additional
No, but the
performance
side
loss.
where you just remove that, because it's possible with static UV, but that things with static UV won't be popular. We will have several models where you never will be able to change UV. It will be only static, and model of gun that will have the dynamic UV. And one model OT will have 4 UV inside. In Jaeger, you need to make a system that will select correct UV, UV 0, 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, yeah, we will have to sync on that.
Yeah, already will finish M4A1 soon, and we will able to begin work. And as long we will develop system, we will onboard with the artist, and yeah, they will help with the rest of things.
Speaking of M4A1, I was actually thinking, Because now with that current system, we can definitely then focus on making skins more pop. So we'll have different kind of meshes and everything. And I was thinking if I just for test, create something similar with the M4, like I did with Sacral's M200, that I put it in like some camouflage and leaves, just put some faces on it, and then see if that would work with the current skin system. Like if we put camo on it or anything else, that it would change over fairly well. I just wanted to try it out, how it would work as mesh. The current ones I go with, they work so far really well. It's just some trying now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start on my end. So most of you probably know that we have been trying to add weekly challenges. One of the this is I believe one of the reasons why game is kind of getting boring after a while is first thing I realize is winning doesn't have any meaning at all. Like when you win the game, nobody gives a crap about it. Be realistic. And I think that generally really makes it really unfun. That's one of the things. And the second thing is, I believe game is lacking some sort of a direction or some kind of goal where what do you want to do? Like, I mean, yeah, it's a first-person shooter, which means first-person shooter means literally go and shoot at people. Like literally, just you have moving people on your screen, and you move your mouse, and then hold up mouse button. That's pretty much it. Like that's what first-person shooter is. But just alone, like killing people, it's just a TDM. Right now, despite how much game mode we're adding, despite how much we're trying to improve on it, the game feels like a TDM. It's a whole entire TDM, but like with 254 players. I think I think this is a problem. At least to me, personally, when I play the game, when I play BattleBit myself, I still feel like I'm playing a TDM. It's just a more bigger player count. And when I'm playing another game, when I'm thinking, I have a bit more sense of, I don't know, objective, or I actually care more about why I want to win. Some reason. And I think that's something we have to work a lot on that, to improve on this. So, you have probably seen about the change. End of the rounds now, players will gain some rewards for winning. Again, this is a step towards it. I'm not gonna say this. Not everyone cares about XP. Nobody cares about, like, not nobody, but most people still don't care about XP. It's a step towards it, and then we can more improve on this step by step. So, what are we adding? So, when the round ends, you will get your entire round's XP on that team 50% more. So if you have 100 XP, it will become 150 XP. There's one difference. It's for example, it's team A and team B, and team A won, right? And then you gained 100 XP on team A, you gained 500 XP on team B. Because team A won, you get the 100s 50%. So you have individual XP per team, and then you get that the XP you gain on that team's 50% more. This way, if someone goes and changes team at the end of the round, or I don't know, like they just like somehow, like if they do something, then yeah, that time they will not able to get too much points or not at all. That's the first thing. Second thing is, this is a bit more less popular, but I see this is going to improve a lot in the long run. We're gonna be giving we're gonna be giving a 10% XP boost to the next round. It's also it was less popular. I made a poll about it in the game server status. and this option was less popular about this. However, I believe that by having some kind of something towards the next round, I think that's gonna be trying to give you a reason why to keep winning. Like imagine this way: you have 1.5 times XP, end of the round, and then get 10% to the next round. And then if you actually win next round, now it's 1.5 times 1.1, which is like 1.54 or something. I can't remember the exact value right now. It's like that, which is by winning in a row, you actually get more, which is it gives a bit more value to do this. Again, this is a experimental. I don't think there's another game gives like a 10% XP boost for next turn. I did not see it. I don't know if there's another game. Again, this is something we're gonna be testing. If it goes well, then we keep it. If it doesn't go well, then we remove it or change it to something else. Again, we have to experiment and see how it will go. As far as I have seen so far, there's no really negative or too much positive about it. It's just nobody knows how it's gonna feel. So we just gonna see how it will go. That's the first thing. Second thing is I want to talk about the last week's update, the projectile update, the reason why it was happening. It took me a lot of time to try to find why. So if you go to the updates and then like scroll up a little bit, there's like a clip of a person shooting someone proning on the ground, and then the first shot doesn't register, or not exactly register. Actually, the bullet just passes through. That was actually really interesting. Why it was happening? That took a while to figure out what was happening. I will share screen and show why in a minute. Meanwhile, weekly challenges are coming. So what are the weekly challenges? How it's gonna work? And why it took so long? Actually, at least on my perspective, the challenges on implementing it. So weekly challenges is going to be something that every Monday it's gonna reset, and we're gonna give 5 to 6 tasks. Give an example. Like I don't know. Let's say get 15, 20 kills with assault rifle. I don't know. Or get I don't know. Capture 20 objectives. Or revive 10 people. I'm just giving examples at the moment. Or what do you call? Destroy 5 tanks. Right. Or get I don't know. Get 10 kills with above 400 meters. Stuff like this. Of course, we're gonna add more stuff in the future. It's just gonna be right now. It's gonna be simple stuff. And then what we're gonna do is end of when you complete all those challenges, we're gonna give you 4x XP boost, capped to 100k. So what does this mean? So one of the problems we have also seen is 4x. We want to give you a good reward for doing this, but plain just XP feels a bit what do you call? You don't really understand what kind of you don't have the time to digest what kind of XP you just gained. So we want to give you that gradually. That what do you call? Like you just get into the game and then see that 4 times XP yourself with your eyes. When you kill someone, when you do something, like seeing that is much more different experience than just seeing like 100k on your screen just going up all the way. So, and also one thing is 4 times XP is a lot. If you even if you do 1.2, it's still doing like if you could just do this at the first day and then the rest 5 day you can have 1.2 XP, which can be a lot. So we had to put a limit on it. So who benefits from this? The 100k is not too much for the majority of the good players. Like if you are a good player, if you are already like ranked 200 or 150 or prestige already, it's not a big deal for you. But if you are a bit more struggling, then it's gonna help those people definitely a lot on this. So this is the thing. The reason why it's taking too long on implementing this. This is my personally. This is my first time implementing it, and so what do you call the? So we have two servers. I will go a bit more technical. Why? I'm not going to keep it too long. I will make sure that it's something that is also understandable. We have two server sides. One backend, which is the entire like your stats being saved, or the server list, or like when you go the main menu, quick match, etc. This is the backend servers, and then you have the game servers. Like they are different. The problem was I attempted to make it that the backend tracks your challenges and everything. Like if you kill someone, and then the backend gives you the what do you call that 100 kill or 10,000 XP when you finish the challenge. Like also, by the way, one more thing I forget to mention is individually when you finish a challenge, like you have 5 challenges. When you individually finish, each of them will gonna give a plain XP, like a 10,000, 5,000, 6,000. If you finish all of them, then you get that 4 times XP bonus capped to the 100k. So anyway, I tried to make it track on the back end. The problem is, there was a couple of problems. So like, for example, let's say you finish a challenge during the game. So what's gonna happen? The thing is, the backend doesn't know. If you finished it during playing the game, generally what happens is when the game ends, game server goes to the backend, says, "Hey, this player played 10 minutes, gained 10 XP." Or just giving an example at the moment. I don't know, killed this guy with I don't know MP7 for I don't know blah blah distances, and then there I go, and I'm backend. Sure, I'm gonna update this player's stats. So the thing is, the backend doesn't know the updates on the player until the run ends, or until the player actually leaves disconnects from the server. This made it very challenging for backend to really sync up with the game. And then, for example, let's say you play in a game in the middle of the run, you actually finish all challenges. You're supposed to have the XP reward instantly, plus the 4 times XP instantly. Like that was a challenge on my end. Another problem is, what if someone isn't playing on Monday, and then there's like 1 hour left to the Monday. So let's say we also reset the challenges every Monday, and then let's say while the round is playing, the challenge resets. What's gonna happen? Like there's like edge cases happening, and then there's also another problem I had encountered while how I'm gonna store the progress on it, etc. Right now I figured all of it. I implemented majority of it. Right now it's just the only matter of UI. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get rid of the loading screen leaderboard. So that we have the global leaderboard, like the top kills, top revives, whatever, everything. We are getting rid of this. Instead, we're gonna replace it with your weekly challenge progress. So what you will see is you will have 5 items on the right side. Each has a progress bar saying, I don't know, give an example, get 10 kills with MP7. You have a bar from 0 to 10, and then in the middle it's like at the 6, like you see your progress. So what do you call? We're gonna put this on loading screen. We're gonna put on main menu where you can click on weekly challenge where you can see the progress. Plus, I'm also thinking of adding it on the pause menu. Like when you hit escape, on the right you will see it. So anytime you can check your progress on it. Additionally, what we're going to do is, when in this team, when you finish an achievement, you get a pop-up on the right bottom. Like it's like a rectangle pop-up says achievement unlocked, right? So I'm gonna make a system where if you, for example, if when you progress on anything, let's say you have to kill 10 people with MP7, and then you're at the first, you kill one more person, it's gonna be second. When you progress on any challenge, there will be a pop-up on the right bottom telling, hey, this is your progress, and now you're at the moment you killed 2 person, you need 8 more. Then you kill one more, pop-up comes in. one problem I have is it could be a bit annoying, or it could overlap with your weapon gun icons or magazines. I was thinking of maybe putting it on left side, but that could also overlap with your the squads people. We could put on left tab, that's gonna overlap with the chat. If we can put on right tab, that's gonna overlap with the server log and everything else. So I'm a bit lost on that. I'm gonna be looking at other games, what they did. Just gonna be trying to figure out where we can place that. So it's something like giving you feedback on what's happening on the screen, but additional without bothering you too much. And obviously we're gonna use that same system for unlocking achievements. So what achievements going to be look like? Achievements going to be lifetime. Your lifetime once only challenges, I would say. So for example, give an example at the moment. Like kill 10 people with 3. By the way, if you didn't know, what do you call? You can actually kill people with trees. You can actually shoot an RPG to the tree, to the bottom of it, and then it can fall. And then when it falls, if it falls into a person, it damages the person, and you can kill a person with tree. Actually, it's real, but it's so rare. I haven't seen someone clipping that yet. I did it myself on the local testing. So, what do you call? For the moment, if you kill someone with 3, it will say null on the kill feed, like on the left bottom, like the weapon of the kill. I will change it with 3 icon later on. But what do you call? It's something that is possible to do. So, for example, you could do that. What we could do is like interesting stuff. Like for example, we will say get 10, like not 10,000, like at least 1,000 sledgehammer kills, and then we give you some kind of weird skin that is kind of funny, truly. Of course, nothing like a new gadget, just gonna be skin only. Or what do you call? Like stuff like that. Just generally, some kind of weird challenge, and then in the long run, and then in exchange you get the skin. We're gonna be mainly giving skins for like the weapon skins, gadget skins generally for this stuff. But yeah, those are generally the updates that is coming. Weekly challenges, and to run bonuses. Achievements gonna take a bit more longer, but I have already implemented the system, the system to what do you call, um, to showcase and unlock. It's just gonna be actually adding the skins, that's one of the reasons why we want to hire more people to the team for 3D modeling, so we can get much faster on this pace. So this part going to be a bit more different. 1 second. I'm gonna go very simple. What was happening on the unable to kill someone with the. There we go. Share screen. Screen 1.
Ah, very nice. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right. So upcoming updates. This week's, like the last 2 weeks, there's not many updates on, like, not number of updates, but each update is taking quite a lot of time to implement. So I'm gonna also talk about this calling system, how it works, and why it is also something that I know a lot of people have been asking for it, and why it wasn't possible before, and it's still how it's gonna be experimental, how in what way. So again, I'm gonna be talking about the challenge here, and then what was the issue actually was. So here in this clip, in the first shot, so when you hit somebody, and then if you don't, when you don't hit it, like you hit somebody obviously, and then you just don't kill the person, or you don't get hit marker, or if you get hit marker and it doesn't actually do any damage, there are multiple things. The first one is the projectile actually doesn't detect the hitbox. That which you don't actually get any blood, and you don't get hit marker. That just projectile somehow skipping the hitbox. That's the first sign of it. If you get a hit marker, but if you don't get any damage on that, now we have a couple of other problems that could happen. One, packet loss, obviously. The second one is what do you call? In server side, we have a couple of checks that are saying like, okay, are you behind the cover? Or when you should try to shoot this person, are you behind the cover or something? Or does the angles matches actually with your projectile and the way the projectile and where you're looking? And then sometimes due to lag or desync, the extreme rare cases, well, like what do you call they wouldn't match, and so we're just like ignore your shot instantly. Generally, but it doesn't happen frequently. It's very less frequently, and I just a lot later on. So on this clip, generally, on this clip, the problem I had was there you go. You can't see the shot coming in, and then it just passes through the player, and this is a big problem. Like if there was a hit marker and then what do you call it? There was like a blood coming in, I would be saying, okay, maybe it's just like a lag. I don't know. It's just the player's connection maybe bad or something. But this obviously is a problem here. And then I step on the physics a lot and then try to figure out what. And then in the second shot, you can definitely see the hit marker, the blood, and all good. So it turned out to be this. In BattleBit, we don't do traditional hitboxes as other games generally. I mean, you could say maybe we are just a bit more different. So what happens is, I'm gonna be drawing very simple. Don't mind the drawing. So you have the player, our what do you call? There we go. All right. So and then you have hitboxes, right? Like this. You have another hitbox here. You have another hitbox here. I'm giving very simple explanation at this point. Okay, so you have like hitboxes here, right? And then you have another hitbox here. Okay. So the thing is, the problem is with the 254 player, when you have by the way, in the game we have 2 hitboxes here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 hitboxes in total. Also like they're in half because they can like rotate. So the problem is when you have 254 players and then each of them has 11 hitboxes, that causes a lot of performance performance problems on physics. Because you have 254 times 11 hitbox. I mean actually -1 because your cell doesn't include 253 times 11 hitbox moving around continuously every single frame, and then that puts a lot of pressure on the physics engine. So what we do is we do something like this. We draw a line. We draw a sphere. Like imagine there's like a bubble around the player, and then when a projectile goes from here to here, like let's say this is the first step, and then there we go. This is the first frame, and then this is the second frame, and this is the third frame. So your projectile, the first frame goes from here to here, the second frame goes from here to here, and then the third frame goes from here to here. So what we do is instead of checking each hitbox with the line, which is your projectile, we actually check with this sphere around the player, which is much more cheaper and easier to check. And then what we do is if the line actually intersects with this sphere, then we actually individually check each hitboxes. So pretty much we don't have actually, the player doesn't have any hitbox until the projectile actually touches this sphere. This way you can have still 354 players hitboxes around running, and no performance loss. That's one of the optimizations we have. The problem is, which is extremely rare, but what's happening is, in any case, normally when you fire, normally this projectile always passes through. Like in like 99%, it always passes through like this. But in extreme rare case, if you have this has to like happen really difficult. In extreme cases, if your first frame the bullet goes all the way here but doesn't touch, and then the second frame goes from there to second here, this is the bug when it happens. So in the first frame, it goes inside the spare, but doesn't touch the player. And then on the second frame, it act like in the second frame, it's inside the bubble, but the code was not checking if it's in bubble, if it's only intersecting it, which is it's inside. And then that time, it actually detects as it's not touching this bubble. It's like it's supposed to be touching here, which it does not. And then what happens is it just doesn't. It ignores entire hitboxes and then actually passes through. It again. This is extremely rare. The frame it has to match exactly that point. The distance has to match exactly. It's a very rare version of it. So that's what was happening again. And this is fixed right now. This is no longer happening. But yeah, this took me a while to figure out like a span. I actually screenshotted the entire thing. It's in the game files at the moment. I exactly matched the angles. Maybe like, is there any problem with the angle? I literally put a player with the same armor, same helmet, the what do you call it, same weapon, and I tried to replicate it. It was working fine. So yeah, this is what was the issue. And yeah, there we go. Other thing about this screen LLD HUD apparently. So when you play in the game, you have 250 people, and then you have 120 what do you call the friendly icons on your screen, and then it's distracting. Like when I'm playing the game myself, I also get distracted a lot. It's like a lot of things in your screen, and it's really annoying, to be honest. I know. In the past, in the playtest stages, we tried to fix this. What we did is, we disabled the friendly icon. Hold up. We disabled the friendly icon that you see, the blue thing, if it's far enough. Okay, and then we were really happy it's going to be working well, and then it turned out to be a very bad idea. The reason is, when you don't see a hit mark, when you don't see a friendly icon on your friend, and then aim towards them, and then you actually shoot at them because you don't see it in the long distance, the first thing that happens is you're saying, okay, I'm shooting an enemy, but the enemy doesn't get any damage. In reality, you're actually shooting a friendly, which was a problem. What do you call? Which people said, okay, heat registration is broken, or hitboxes are broken, or what do you call? Like I'm just shooting this guy, and then this guy is god mode. Like somehow someone is cheating. They found a god mode. Here I'm hitting this guy. He doesn't get any damage. Which in reality, no, you're just shooting your friendly. Look at their skin. I'm like, oh, okay. So in general, distance-based distance-based team markers were a bad idea. It just confused more. It created another problem while not fixing the actual problem. The other solution was screen space. What screen space means, instead of distance from you to the player, we actually check the amount of space that the player is taking on your screen, which is the same as LODs actually. What LODs are not distance space; they are screen space. The bigger the object is on your screen, the higher the quality it gets, and then the smaller the screen gets smaller. The reason is, you can be far all the way 2 kilometers apart from the model, and then you can just take a binoculars or sniper scope and then zoom in. And then if you're still seeing the low quality model, that's a problem, right? So that's why distance-based LODs doesn't generally work well, unless in very specific cases it does, but generally it doesn't. like the cases where it will work is, for example, you have papers on the ground, and then in reality you don't need to see those things already like in from 2k meters. Like it just doesn't really matter at that point. If it's like a paper on the ground, so it doesn't do anything, it's just a small detail. That point we can make it distant space, but if it's like actual tree, foliage, I don't know, like some kind of barrier, it has to be screen space. So one solution was making everything screen space, which we did, which is right now this is how it is. The problem was, okay, so when you don't aim, everything is smaller, and then you have like few dots on your screen moving. Then you just aim, and then 120 dots appear on your screen, which is also very distracting. That was another problem we had. Every single time when you ADS, because every single player models gets bigger on your screen, their frame marker becomes visible, and then every single time when you aim, you have 100 dots appearing on your screen, which is super distracting. So that solution didn't work well as well. It just became annoying, and then like we just like, okay, we just let it enabled all the time. At least when you ADS, you don't have 100 dots appearing on your screen suddenly. Other solution is, I mean, you're gonna be saying the most obvious is actually checking if the player is on your what do you call it? If you can't see the player. The problem with that is it's very expensive to calculate that. The reason is if you have, what do you call, like you have an obstacle here, and let's say you're seeing the half of the player, right? It's like drawing like that. Let's say, and you don't see this part, right? The problem with this thing is, you have to, and like this is the wall, this is the player. And then the problem with this thing is you have to kind of figure out if you are seeing this player in a way. So what you have to do is you have to check from your camera perspective. Let's say this is the camera, right? So you have to check if you can see this point. You have to check another. Just giving an example. Let's say you have to check if you can see this point. You have to check also. You have like this. So you have to check each like tons of points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check here, check here, check here, check here. Like you have to check like 20 points on a single player if you can't see them, if there's anything in between, and then if all the points are, if there's something between an obstacle, then you can rest say, okay, I'm not seeing this player. Like 20 points are all the way. There's something in front. If you check a single point, let's say you check only this. Let's say you check a single point, which is, let's say that happened to be right there. The thing is, it's behind the cover, but you can see partially the player, which is you don't see the friendly icon on the player, which becomes a problem now because you see the player, you shoot at it, but it's actually a player. It's actually friendly. So in order to accurately tell, you have to have more points on it. The problem is when you have 120 players, all of them like this, you will not get 60 FPS easily. Like even you have the top Intel i9 something or whatever AMD, you will not get 60 FPS. That's just the realistic way of telling it. So because of that, there are other ways of doing this, which is like generally you can render the game twice, which is what happens is actually Battlefield 2042 does it this way, and a couple of other games does it this way. They run their game as every single thing black, like every single material object, terrain, the walls, the walls, everything is black. They only paint the players with the colors. Like every player has one color, and they are completely different color, unique color to each of them. Oh, sorry. There we go. So everything is black, and then they render the players as a different colors, and then what happens is, then end of this frame, end of that render, you check if you have any red colors on your screen, and if you have red colors, you can tell, okay, I'm rendering this player. You check if you have any yellow colors on your screen, and if yes, then you say, okay, I'm seeing this player. This is a way to tell pixel perfect if you can see a player or not. Like, it's pixel perfect. The problem with this thing is it requires another rendering, which is also expensive on your GPU, and the BattleBit is supposed to be GPU friendly. It's supposed to be targeting low-end hardware to keep playing. Adding another step on there is pretty much the CPU has to go to the GPU. Here, could you please render this thing to me? And then later on, it renders a frame that's black and just players colored. And then you have to go to GPU again, tell, hey, could you please count the amount of reds, or do you see any red color, do you see any yellow color, and then go back to CPU and then tell that, and then later on just go back to GPU again. Hey, could you normally not render the player with this blue dot on it or not? It's gonna, you're adding tons of other overhead here, which is just gonna be extreme performance hits. So as a solution, what I had is, again, this is gonna be experimental, and if it doesn't go, I will just revert it. We have multiple points on the players. The thing is, we change the frequency of checking based on how big the player is on your screen. Pretty much, if the player is bigger on your screen, we check it much more frequently. Like, instead of every single frame, we are still checking like every 0.1 second, 0.2 second. If the player is like a tiny like an ant on your screen, we check it like every 2 seconds. Imagine this way, because you are less likely to see that player. This way, trying to balance between still check random points and then at the same time try not to impact performance. Again, this is gonna have a little bit impact still whatsoever, because it's just additional raycast checks to the players. But I managed to lower this enough to where it's gonna be very less performance hit on this. What do you call, we still so, and also we what do you call, I enforce couple of frames, like for example, because we are not checking all the points at once, we are like checking 1 point, 1 frame, 6th frame we check another points, 12th frame we are checking another one. So I'm also enforcing it has to be obscured for like at least 5 to 6 checks. So like, as you can see here, is this spot I'm behind like there's a between something, I'm giving it time. Hey, is there actually enough time that this player has been behind a wall? And if it is, it will start disappearing. There you go. And and then, as you can see, the moment actually, there you go. Like, there's a couple of frames that actually they don't appear instantly. It's because of they are smaller on the screen, and then the frequency of checking is, what do you call, it's not frame by frame to not hit you performance wise. So there's like a little bit delay. And overall, I'm hoping this gonna still improve visibility and then remove all that tons of dust on your screen. But that's the technical challenge with this problem. And again, I have been trying to find something that will not impact your performance. At the same time, it's gonna be perfect. But personally, I don't know how. This is the best I could think about right now. Other ones are either gonna be affecting GPU one or the CPU one. It's just gonna be either one of them. Yeah. So this is so far how this thing ended up. Another thing also is we're gonna be showing the XP boost, how much XP boost you have active on the right top of the kill feed. So you can tell, okay, well, I'm getting this amount of XPs or something. It's like you can exactly see how much you have actively going on. This is right now not in the active build. It's gonna be active in the next update. So right now don't have what do you call? I don't have the UI properly done, but I was like for example, get 5 kills with support class, get 10 kills with dozen marksman rifles, complete 5 objectives, get 5 road kills, revive 5 teammates, heal 500 HPs. I was just testing at the moment. Again, I don't have a UI yet designed. I'm still working on it. So, for example, let's say get 5 kills with ACR. So that would be so in the challenge it said you should get 5 kills with ACR, and then when you actually kill someone with ACR, we progress to 1, which is you're gonna have like a pop-up either left bottom, right top, or left top. I don't know very exactly yet. And then you're gonna see like a progress bar from 0 to 1, and then say, hey, this is the ACR get to, and then you get 2, progress another again somewhere. You see where I'm coming from. And then you kill 1 more. Hold on, actually spawn a couple more. 4, and then at the moment it's like fit, we finish progress 5. There we go. And then you have like a completed, and then you have also the points that here it just came out, but I couldn't make it big screen fast enough to show you guys. So yeah, in the the pause menu, you're gonna have it here because it's a dead space here, so we could technically use this very well. And then this also, it will be the same place on the loading screen as well, instead of the challenges.
You mean
But
leaderboard instead of leaderboard?
Leaderboard, yeah, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that's just the current update, how it's going to be. All right, that's
Cool.
pretty much all. Currently I'm working on the system for UI first, and also transferring it. Another big problem is also I have faced, this is personal talking, is making those updates without maintenance. So normally you have, in the games you have maintenance times, like servers go down, and then the servers updates to something, and there's like an update, and then they come back. That's an easy way of doing it, but the problem is I don't want to do maintenance. I don't want to shut down the server, say we have maintenance from this point to this point. The problem is like updating the servers and adding new stuff while gaming is being played on live, which makes it much more harder, to be honest, because I have to make sure that I'm not breaking something in the previous how it's being played, but at the same time add it at the same time and not break it. It's also taking more time to implement it that way. It will be much more easy if I just take down the servers, update instantly, everyone, hey, here's the update, etc. And yeah, but sadly, I don't want to take down servers instantly and then say, hey, we have 2 hours of maintenance, etc. That's just not way to do it.
I mean,
so yeah,
if it will be critical, you can give like double XP for 2 hours because people want to prefer that time. I mean, it's usual in some game.
compensation. But yeah. All right. That's pretty much all
From your end?
Yeah, from my end. You guys, what do you call? You guys present your end. On my end, I will back to the UI update. I will be here still. Meanwhile, of course.
Oh yeah, okay. How are you thinking about making lock on objective? So for example, if you capture objective, for 1 minute, enemy won't be able to locate that. So it will also improve gameplay and make farm XP of people a little bit harder, because once you capture objective, you're not able to, enemy won't be able to capture it for 1 minute. Enemy can stay inside, disable spawns, but not capture it.
How so?
And for example, on game modes like Frontline, it will improve a little bit game mode because, no instant recap capture of objectives.
It's like you capture an objective and then it's locked to your team for what, 10 minutes?
For 1 minute, for example. For 1 minute, and you can make it in API, so API can change that.
I see the point, but at the same time, it could be confusing a little bit and also, yes, I will try to drop the update today, guys. Like today is Saturday. I just have to finish the UI. I have to finish a couple of other. I have to add the API for our backend to get the current challenge, transfer the challenges to the game servers, and then after that, what do you call? I will test myself, and if it's all going well, I will test with a couple of people with an actual server. If it's all good, then we're gonna go live. Yeah. About Velasquez your end, I don't know how we can I can implement it. It's technically possible from my end. Just what do you call? It could be confusing for the player. So
I
we will
mean,
have, and
we
also,
will
what does
place.
Comic think about that as well? We have to probably
You
make a pool about it and like ask what people thinking about. Is it a good change? Is it a bad change? Does this work for every single game mode, or is maybe just the one game mode? Or is it just frustrating because what do you call? Maybe like they other team just captured the point, and then your entire teammates came to that point, and nobody can capture for 1 minute, and then you guys all die. That can be also annoying as well. Imagine that part, just sitting 1 minute
what's
there just
happening
to
now?
remove
Okay.
the
Because objective it becomes smaller. One team captured that and just ran away. Another team recaptured that immediately, and it just moving back forward constantly. Like, so maybe if you like just a lock icon on objective and timer like 60 seconds, at least it will give time for defense team to have some proper defense.
I don't know. We have to think about much more in depth because it can bring another problem there. I see the problem again, but like at the same time, I don't know if that's the correct way of approaching. We should just take the
On the
feedback
second
on
day,
it.
we're flying helicopter on Isle, and I spot that two squads of people just capturing and uncapturing objective, and they farming XP, but none of them were friends. They just people who figured out like they can just hide in the bush, wait when enemy will capture objective, come back, recapture it immediately, and repeat that. I'm checking
But
Steam of
that
those
also
people.
removes the
None of them were
competitive
friends.
part of it. Velasquez, like that just removes the competitive part of it a little bit. Because the moment
We
once
can make
someone
it,
captures,
yeah, we can make it adjustable based on scale of servers. Like, of course, on smaller maps, smaller servers, it will be less, like 15 seconds. But on bigger servers, we can make it 16 seconds.
we could maybe, instead of giving a timer, we could make the capture time slower, maybe, instead of just like the plane. Just what do you call? Like you cannot just capture for 15 seconds. We just make it like a bit more slower rate of capturing, and then it goes faster the longer you stay. Maybe, I don't know. So
Okay.
that will also fix the problem, but at the same time you're still progressing. Otherwise, it's just like explain, hey, you came all this way here, and then you saw you cannot capture it. It's like that's just not fun.
I mean, if you came all time here, for that time, 1 minute should be paid because, it's not in active gun. Like, it's somewhere behind front line. And another okay question is, how are you thinking about, for example, in Conquest, to motivate people to defend objective for a longer time? For example, if you defend objective for a longer time, it will give to that objective some benefits. Like, if you defend it for 5 minutes, it will give you like UAV or ammo box depot will be spawned. So the longer you will stay on objective and protect that, the more benefits you will get from that
Isn't that
objective.
also okay? I get the idea of rewarding people for defending, but isn't that also promoting camping
Camping on objective. So you
objectives?
literally
Yeah.
need to stay inside objective and
I
be
mean,
a
I can just
target
take a sniper and
from
then just send an objective in the entire run, and
and
also I
because
will
that
defend it at the same
BattleBit,
time.
yeah, but my majority of my picking BattleBit except all the one like Kalhan is designed for your purple. Like you can like camp from any direction inside objective. Only on old maps like Agagor and Helhan.
I don't know. I really like because I really cannot like it's gonna be another problem. I just we're gonna be promoting camping at the same time.
Well,
Which
yeah,
is,
exactly. We can think about that in future when we
and then
expand
yeah,
teamwork.
and then because
But
another problem is people just don't move. Sometimes they don't move from their place and like they just stand there and an entire round and then what do you call just shoot the guys that are passing through around, which is not my play style, but it's debatable. I'll say. So for example, at the moment, hold up. As far as I remember, it has been a while. We do give you actually points for killing a player inside. So let's say player attack the objective bonus. You already get like a bonus for attacking objective already. And hold on, if I capture this entire flag, and if I kill another player later on, then I have defend bonus already. But the reality is, not everyone cares about that XP thing, and then they don't even realize they had an XP bonus thing, which is a problem, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, but
Go
imagine
ahead.
like some people like to some people like some squad like to protect objective. And for example, if they will hold objective for 5 minutes, they will get like UAV in 200 meters from objective for 1 second, like each 10 seconds. So they will be aware like
Attack the
direction
objective.
of the
Okay.
guy. So it only will be benefit for people who want to protect objective. And once
Again,
somebody
it's
captures
still
objective, they will lose
promoting the
all the
camping.
benefits. But camping from objective, it's defending objective because you need to stay inside objective.
Hold up. You already have like 2
And
bonus. Hold up. I'll have to capture the point first. 1 sec. There we go. So if I kill someone in the objective, defend objective bonus, you already get like a bonus XP just for defending the objective already.
yeah, but what about benefit
Defend
defending?
objective.
Yeah,
Like
but
you
what
get
about
additional XP for it. It's like double XP almost.
Mm-hmm.
You already have it, and it doesn't work. I mean, like it's not a good reason to keep someone just standing in the flag and not let them go to the other flags and join the fight. It's not like enough reason to keep someone from the actual fight happening there and make them wait in here. That's the thing. It's like that kind of objective keeping someone on the objective is more of a squad gameplay. Like in squad, you and me, we used to go play a squad and then we like entire round we will stay on on objectives. Despite we don't fire a single run entire gameplay and then just defend an objective. In the game squad, that's doable, but in here,
Yeah, but
that's more
problem
arcade.
that in game squad, it's not conquest with pretty flag, it's assault and secure. So you defend
Which
objective that in actual combat area.
do you remember what happened when we at Advanced and Secure? Remember it in
Uh,
2018,
well,
19?
we need to have a second try.
Uh, it's gonna be a bit hard, not gonna lie. So what's happened again here, guys? In 2018, the BattleBit Remastered 1, we had advanced and secure gameplay, game mode. Sorry. So what's the difference from Conquest is only difference is you have to capture the flags in order. So you have A, B, C, D, and then you cannot just go Bravo and then capture. You have to go Alpha first and then capture, and then you have to go Bravo later on, and then capture Bravo, capture Charlie later on, capture Delta later on. You cannot just go Delta directly. That was the game mode. The problem is, it's not a popular game mode. Not everyone knows about it, and then what happened is majority of people just wanted Delta or Charlie, and they just couldn't capture it. And I'm like, okay, why can't I capture Charlie? I'm like, what's this? And then it was reported as a bug, just confusing people why they cannot
I mean,
capture it. So
okay.
what we did is we disabled the flags icons on the screen. Like for example, you have Alpha, right? And Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc. We disabled Bravo, Charlie, Delta until we capture Alpha. The thing is, people just didn't go alpha because they felt like, oh, this is the center of the map, I should go there, and then just skip the entire alpha. Entire team skipping the alpha made it that nobody captures alpha, and then it's just it's playing TDM at that point.
But another point is now we have frontline, and people want to have frontline, but with vehicle and full armor experience, which every guy gets. So
I don't know
because
what
people already have frontline,
Okay,
but they want
hold
to
on, Velasquez. Let's ask to this guys here that are everyone in Discord. What do you guys think about it? Like, we just giving you guys the idea why it didn't work in the first time when we tried to implement it. What do you guys think? Will it work? Do you guys think? And then how can let's ask this way: how can we make it more obvious you have to capture alpha first, and then actually make it important for you that you actually go alpha? Because look at my map at the moment. Look at my screen. Let's say because we put all the UI there. We put all the UI. We tell we don't show Bravo, Charlie, Delta. We just show alpha on your screen. The thing is, people don't check their screen. They don't look at their screen. We have people telling, when you guys gonna add compass? The thing is, compass in your bottom of your screen, all this time. People don't check their screen. They don't look at it. They see it, but they don't actually look at it. So the thing is, what's happened is, people just literally skipping alpha and then going wherever they want to go, and then nobody capturing alpha became a problem because just game didn't continue going on. That was a problem. In a game like Squad, the player base is more hardcore, and then those people actually their mindset is different, and it works on those games because the mindset of the player is different. But in BattleBit, it's more casual, more arcade, much more faster. What do you guys think? Like, how can we really make it somewhat important to the player that they actually go alpha and capture it instead of really, make it something annoying to do?
I can show you my screen idea, and then I will go to my part of content to showcase. Okay.
Yeah, sure, we could talk about it. Again, I personally enjoy advanced and secure. Just we tried before, it didn't work out. People just pretty much just reported as a bug. So there was a huge miscommunication how the game mode works in general. And then even though we put we had texts on the loading screen, like how the game mode works, etc. Thing, it didn't work out. People they don't rate. Just like they just alt tab when the game loads, or they just take their phone, check there's something else. They don't so. It was just something we had to remove it.
All right.
And,
can you let me share screen? I will begin my part.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
let you see your screen. There we go.
All right, but stay here. Where can I go? And then you?
What do you mean go?
Go to show my part.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, you see screen?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Oh.
All right. So what I was thinking that not yet. Yeah, ik moet kijken, but about instead of calculating it, we can make a more calc invasion. That will be, it will be like, so for example, we will have stage like in frontline, right? For example, stage 1, stage 2, and for example, each stage will have like up to 4 free objectives like flags, like here, 200 players in that area. So instead of frontline, when you need to capture all 4 objectives in same time, in invasion, you just need to capture as much as you can and get tickets. So once you get like 1,000 tickets, you're now able to move to the next stage. And and it will be like a rush, but on big scale, and there will be armored vehicles, and because of it will be have armored vehicles, we can make that in stage 1, your stage will have a lot of helicopters, and after that they will get tanks on the ground, so it will be like more focused conquest.
So okay, as a player, what do I do exactly?
Jack fight in an active area. You just capture objective and whole game like to get tickets. Like we have 4 objective, and you can reach 1,000 tickets. So like one captured objective, you will like 2 tickets, for example. So the more objective you capture and hold, the faster you will move to the next stage. So instead of front line,
Okay,
where
so
you need to go
you
forward
have
and backward, you will move only forward.
okay, so you have 4 points, and then where's enemy?
Enemy will spawn on opposite side.
Okay, where they are.
I mean, they will come from that side, for example.
Okay, so who I am actually defining there for if the enemy is far away.
I mean, you, for example, USA attacking. Like, let me make. So, for example, USA will attack from that side by using vehicles to deploy, and our enemy team will spawn here and protect the other one objective. And basically, they will just fighting
Is
for
preventing
objectives.
what is preventing player just go to the middle of the map and then just play in TDM?
I mean, first, it will have get gun for attack team, so there will be nobody. It will be
Okay,
like
that zone
front
is gonna
line, but
confuse
one
someone.
in one
So what's
way.
gonna happen is the player will take the boat. Jay will go to the middle of the island, like middle of the island. They will just there will be just a that zone. And they will say, "What is this?" And they will die in the water from the snipers on the land, and they will just rage quit.
I mean, on front line, everybody fighting on objective, nobody going in nowhere because they will see objective on screen in that area, so they will move to fight here. Like, for example, if you see how people play front line, they never go in non-tank area. They always go to, action plays.
What do
On
you
that
call
area.
the So in Battlefield 1, this is what there was like little one way of frontline. Just quoting free webs also wrote it on the chat. So in Battlefield 1, you had this. Oh my god, I forgot his name. It's like frontline, but like one way. One round, the one team is attacking. Oh, operations. Yes, there we go. Thank you, gluten free. Battlefield 1 had operations where like one round, one team only attacks, one team only defends, and then next round, the other actually they swap sides, and then other team attacks and other team's defense this time. It's like Rush, but like with the flags. And
Yeah, but can you remind me the gluten-free waiver in Battlefield? You, in order to move forward, you need to keep all objectives captured, or what the rule was. So in order to keep the next
we
stage,
could
you need to
we
just
could
capture.
start experiment with a single-sided frontline first, and then later trying to implement this as an addition.
Yeah, but I want to keep frontline as it is because they have like our own player base, and I want to make a new game mode called Invasion, and make use of vehicles on that game mode as well. So it will be a full-scale epic battle where 200 people will be, instead of triggered on a wall map, they will fight like on that part of map first, then on that part of map first, then here, And because it will have vehicles as well, it will give more popularity to game mode because people like have vehicles on my game modes.
One thing about the frontline is the reason why we added frontline in the first place is in the conquest or domination, it's just a mess of what do you call, like everyone just can go any flag, and the reality is like when you have everyone focusing on different flags or they don't focus completely, it just there's no sense of any objective. Like yes, we're adding what do you call XP reward or something, but that alone already doesn't like solve the problem. It's just like just try to improve it. So the front line, the idea was okay, how can we make everyone fight for one objective at a time and then defend it and what do you call? Okay, and then we seen what Battlefield 1 did it, the operations, and okay, what if we do 2 ways instead of 1 round playing one side is two plays at the same time. That's where the front line came from. But to be honest, maybe doing one side could work well as well.
Well, yeah, but I want a different line. It's already have infantry only 2-side competitive game mode and have some for fun game mode like invasion, like with just epic fighting happening here. And instead of front line, you need to capture all 4 objectives in same time in order to move forward. You just need to hold at least half of objective to reach, so it will give you, tickets like bar. And
But
once you reach your bar, you will move forward.
Okay, that promotes also what do you call the flanking, which is BattleBit is right now promoting the players who flanks. Like in reality, if we try to,
I mean, flanking. You mean walk back? I mean, yeah, you can take a boat and go like that way and attack enemy from behind. There's nothing back. It just gives player freedom of how they want to play the game.
Freedom problem is you're essentially promoting flanking, which is the entire BattleBit is at the moment because of the amount of cluster happening. If you try to go from the middle of the fight, you will always die. So you are always forced to flank. That's what BattleBit is promoting at the moment. We want to make it more variant. We want to give different variants. So I feel like we should de-promote. I guess that's the word for it. I don't know what the word for it. De-promote the flanking and instead make it like a straight line where people have to go for. Again, just to keep it different from others. I'm not saying flanking is a bad. It's just what the entire BattleBit promotes right now. If you don't flank at the moment in BattleBit, you will not able to get really too much kills or like you're just really able to attack so many places. That's just the reality. There is no way you're gonna go from middle to fight and just pass through. I mean, of course you're gonna have blind players or NPC players. That's a reality. But like you know where I'm coming from. Like you cannot just go middle to fight and then pass a million people and then try to capture objective. You have to flank it, and that's what the BattleBit is promoting at the moment.
Yeah, and if, for example, because of that invasion, to Krieg 200 players, there will be like 4 objectives, and they will be like in 150 meters each far from each other. So it will like Krieg little big players. So they will able to move straight forward without being like camped all time from one direction. And I mean, we can try. I guess it's nothing very.
I feel like we should try with the single-sided front line first, and then completely remove all the flanking. So actually, everyone focuses on single objective and try to capture it. Like actually try to capture it. In the front line, despite we try to make everyone, we tried to make everyone focus on a single map, single flag. The problem was because there's always like the team A's flag and team B's flag. People still distributing between them, and then it kind of removed the focus on a single objective. And then that became just a running from A to B, B to A to B, B to A, back and forth, which is tiring. It becomes a tiring, very opponent. You just don't care, and then just play TDM. So if you can somehow make everyone focus on actually single objective instead of 2 objectives, then actually it can be much better, to be honest. And then don't let people actually flank. Don't let actually people really flank as much as we do at the moment.
The idea that we need to focus everyone on one single objective. For that purpose, they will able to play in future King of the Hill. But the idea that, domination game mode, and just imagine that you just playing domination game mode and each cage just move to another part of map. So basically, they will have good and moderated fighting on one area, and then we'll move to another good and moderated fight in another area. So, it will be a little bit more chill and a pleasure experience, because when you're focusing on one single objective, it means that you will get shot from 100 angles, because of you will have 200
the problem
people
with the
on one
flanking
object.
is you can't get shot from any single angle. Like, that's the thing. It's like because you can't get shot from every single angle. First, it completely destroys the idea of a direction where you should be moving, because every single moment you can get shot from your six, you can get shot from your front, you can get shot from your behind, I don't know, some kind of roof. That alone is already destroying the sense of direction. Where is front? What is the front? Like, it already removes a lot. So I'm not saying flanking is a bad thing. It's just that it's a thing that removes sense of direction. For example, I'm gonna come from Battlefield 4. If you guys remember Operation Metro or Locker, if you guys know those maps, there are ways to flank, but they are limited. Like, they are super limited. You have like 3 ways to flank, and then they're all known by everyone. Like, you can flank, but everyone knows where they are, and they are limited. That makes it in a way that it's more manageable. So you still have option to flank, but it's gonna be hard because people know it where they are, and it's limited. In BattleBit, you can flank from a million different places. That makes it very impossible to really control anything. It makes it unmanageable, and it makes it very chaotic, because just makes it what you call it, that removes the sense of direction. You have to be always looking your six. It's just cluster. So to I guess to fix that, we just have to make either in-game like in indoors maps, I don't know, or we have to design, like, put the borders in a way that people really cannot flank too much. It's like a couple of directions, like only
I mean,
left,
it
right,
only works
middle,
on
and then
64
not.
people players. Only 64 people player that kind of thing for. But if you will limit people in build for 200 people, it won't work.
I'm not
It will
saying
just
completely
dominate
remove it, but like limit it. So when someone looks at the map, they can see, okay, they can flank from here, they can flank from here, or they can flank from here. It's like three different pathways, not a million different pathways. Because if I'm playing competitively, like, for example, I'm gonna talk from my perspective again. If I'm playing Locker, I know exactly every single place where I can flank. I know exactly every single angle, and then that makes me know that if I hear a sound in the map, I exactly know where the guy is, and then that alone already gives me a sense of, okay, what they are doing, are they attacking here, etc.
Well, Locker's not really a good example, okay, because it's like literally a bunker and lockdown, so there is only limited amount of paths.
It's like I'm almost saying maybe indoors is a bit more
Indoors is definitely easier to handle because you can choose where the paths are. On like an open map like Mutual Islands here, like you could literally go anywhere. So,
yeah, it's like it's too open area where it's not possible to really predict what's gonna happen, and then that kind of makes it that nobody makes any plan for it, because it's just gonna be, why would I care? Everyone is gonna go wherever they want.
But again, with 200 players, any flank become just a regular area to fight, because of you have 100 enemies and they will have more options to where to go.
Yeah. Anyway, Velasquez, maybe we should just talk about what do you call a single front line, like single-handed front line, one on attacking, one on defending, and then whenever we do that, we also limit amount of flanking that's possible. Like, we don't remove it. Yes, completely keep it, but do not have like a million different angles. Keep it 4 or 5 and more limited angles, so it's more manageable. So whenever you are actually fighting towards a map, you don't have to worry about your 6. You don't have to worry about your behind getting shot, so you can focus on a single direction. Okay, this is the direction I should go. This is where the flag is. I don't have to go and then check behind and then try to defend that my back. That alone could improve a lot as well, and then could be more different to what we have. Again, it's something we have to experiment and see.
All right, well, let's move forward. On next weekends, do you have plans to release a new update out here?
If I can finish the UI and a couple more updates, yes, I have planned to finish
Velasquez,
Okay.
before you do
release today.
that, are you sure you want to show these screenshots? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so basically, let me remove. So basically, yeah, on next update, we will release a new map that is 1 by 1 kilometer map.
Wait, today? No? No way.
No, not today. It's
Next week.
map is not finished yet. Next week update. Because of that, I'm asking. Do you have plans to release something on next week?
Okay. Yeah. Today, yes, I have plans. I just have to finish the UI, the notifications. What's this map? Do you have? Can we see from the
Ledger.
Is it
From
possible?
Ledger. Yeah. Not yet. So it will be 1 by 1 kilometer map, but so it will be something in between Tengatao and Kalhang. You will have coastline area and in deep forest area. That will
When
be
did
more
you start
focused
working on
deep.
this, Velasquez?
I do working on multiple maps in same time. Just some of the maps finishing yearly, you know.
So this is more for infantry focus, I believe, because it's a bit more smaller, and also
Yeah,
people were
I
saying.
divided map into 2 parts. Yeah,
Okay.
coastline part that is more infantry focused. So you have like more building, more cover, and more safe patchway. It's more narrow, so it's where infantry will fight. And there is behind more open wide part for vehicle combat. So game can so vehicles have own area. So for snipers and vehicles.
It
So yeah,
reminds me what was it? Divine Paradise, but with like multi islands mixed.
Well, you will see a
Little
top-down
bit.
view of map.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so because of texture, it will we will have like really
Definitely
more
textures improved
looking
a lot, by the
environment.
way. By the way,
Yeah.
one thing I actually like tried to understood why the game looks so interesting. So in a so you guys know that the BattleBit had a lot majorly solid colors on buildings, and then I'm looking at other games, and then like old bit more older, not extremely old like 2000s, but like 2014, 12. And I'm trying to figure out why those games looked better despite they're older, and it generally comes to the textures. Like just we have the same triangles, we have the same geometry generally, but those games use textures heavily. We were using generally solid colors, as that keep us simplistic and optimization purposes. Ryalski's managed to add textures to variety and actually improved the visibility, I will say, a lot. So yeah, very good work on Velasquez. I wish we did it. I wish we figured it out during the early access, but it's fine. What do you call?
You also still haven't done my request to draft LOD yearly, so it will improve performance a lot. You remember? I marked you to.
I haven't had.
LOD
Yeah, I
1,
remember. I remember. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you can do that as well, it will be a good benefit in performance for people.
I have to experiment LODs because the current LOD values are just enough adjusted for what we had previously. I had to go each map and then adjust it accordingly and find a middle ground.
Okay, because for now I thought that LG0 is driving up to 400 meters when it's almost not visible, but it's still rendering. All right, so basically, yeah, if for example, a middle part of map, basically more open field for vehicles, and they will have underground combat for infantry, so they can hide from vehicles. It's a viewpoint on the city as well. You can see it like have similar composition to Kangaskhan, like it's Alaska with American suburbs.
Also, one thing I want to mention about what Velasquez is doing. So, Velasquez has heat maps. What heat maps are, he can see where people going, where people die mostly, where people die from snipers, etc., or where snipers actually get some more kills, etc. He has this heat maps on his hand. So one thing he realized is, in the long run, this is something he realized himself. Verticality actually didn't work well in BattleBit. So what I mean by verticality is you have hills, you have like downhills, uphills, you have tons of buildings, ups, downs. The problem was when you have that many ups and downs, verticality, it's made much difficult to manage the gameplay, because you can already get shot from 360 degree, like from behind or front. Also, having verticality made it that you can get shot from above or below at the same time, which made much more less manageable. So from that point, he realized this. He has been started focusing on more less vertical, more horizontal. Like you still have some kind of verticality, definitely, but like much less in a way. So you don't have to worry about up and downs more. It's more like left, right, front. Again, try to keep it still interesting, but at the same time, try to keep it more horizontal, so you don't have to worry too much about above, down there, and still manageable. It's I say it's a difficult task to, but yeah, that's the reason why you're gonna be seeing most of the maps more likely be, not all of them, of course, but to some extent, horizontally more, and verticality much less. Like for example, in Pakistan, actually the old Pakistan, we had a hilltop all the way on top, and then the bridge is all the way at the bottom, and then that was a problem actually because of the snipers. Now they're a bit more equal as a
So yeah, you added all the Vatican hand and
I did,
the
I
one.
did, I did, I did,
Okay,
I
so
did,
people
I did.
will
Don't worry.
speaking like by themselves.
Yeah, I did already. I already edited the build settings. Yeah, that was a problem. That was a bug.
Okay,
But
yeah, so people will speaking by themselves, and when they will tell me the current Vatican is sniper paradise, they will speaking all the Vatican.
Old Pakistan was much more worse. Trust me, guys.
Yeah,
Because we had hilltop on the middle, and then what do you call? Like it's on the all the way on the top, and then the bridge is on the like down, and it was actually sniper paradise. Like every single sniper would go to the middle and then snipe from there. Like that was just lesson to us that it's
yeah,
not a
so
good idea.
everything from you compare. But still, yeah, so if left high, coastline high, if more flag, middle part is just a bunker. But right high is far inland high, it have more, little bit more verticality and little bit more elevation. So sniper and tank will have like own party here to fight each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I'm trying to make sure there will be less angles to shoot from, even with elevation. And for
Yeah.
example, in that part, for example, that one objective is far one, more far one, and to make people interesting, okay, here, it's a big power plant. They can just stay on top floor and just snipe people around. So it will be one single
Yeah, one
far
single
away from the
building
floor.
like on top. I mean, it's actually much better to have, instead of like I think it's fine to have a couple of points that are higher, because okay, it's a place to go snipe, but at the same time, it's so obvious that every single person gonna be looking at there, and then you're gonna get hunted by other snipers because it's the only place that's gonna be like on top, like elevated. So I think it's a win to win. It's a place to snap and also get the snap as well. It's like both.
Yeah, but that objective will be also valuable because of there will be spawn a transport helicopter, which minigun. Because by default they will have only light helicopter. So yeah, and there is cap gun weave on the map. So basically it will feature asymmetrical gameplay first. Because for example,
oh, this is a new map. Top.
Yeah, it's for new map. So for example, let me make crosses. It will be more visible.
Oh, it's definitely smaller, yeah. But yeah, it's
like
not in a bad way. It's not definitely not in a bad way, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, it will be experiment. We will see how it will go. So basically, we have 2 spawn here for team. Like because with Alaska, we got Russian team invade Alaska. So USA deploy their break on near city. Objective placement is in a very unique way. There was no map which got placement of objectives before.
Vilaskis, one thing before I have to mention is I don't know if you have done it, but could you try to make the bridges wider? Because
I mean, they can go on the water, no worry.
Okay. But still, try to make the bridges wider because due to the vehicle physics as well, like if they touch the side of the bridge, the wheel just goes up above that thing, and then they just like stuck there, or just like fall to the water a lot. Either we had to like add fences to the bridges so that they unintentionally fall down, or you have to make them even wider because when the round starts, everyone takes the vehicle, and then literally just like it becomes traffic. And on the bridges, I mean, if you remember in multi-items, we had so many cases where just people drop the vehicles on the on the water. Like it's the end of the, what do you call, the base. You have like a pile of vehicles on the water. They just drop it on the bridges because like hit each other. That's a problem. That
yeah, well, I will examine that. We will see. So basically,
okay.
basically our objective is placed in triangle. So, for example, team can have, for example, team B can have option to move that way, to infantry combat way, or to more sniper combat, more open field gameplay. And in same time, another team will able to go like, in that way. So
Because what I feel like is people just gonna swim on the middle.
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
the
swim.
point. Yeah, because of distance between each objective is very small. It's like 200 meters of run, not too much. So basically, most of the people will try to make shorter way here, or they can move here. So, and because of that, I make terrain array here is more interesting and give more cover to people. So yeah. We can release that map today, but it will only support conquest and domination, yeah. But it will only support the game mods. If that find the people, we can go that. But only if they find to play domination and conquest only for first week.
For this week, focus, keep more working on this bit more. For this week, let's release the weekend challenge first, because I'm not sure, like, we have to experiment and then do a couple of hotfixes in case needed. So let's put a focus on the weekly challenge. Next weekend we can release this completely with a more proper announcement and timing. Right now it's just out of blue. And also we haven't tested this map if it's like giving a server issue or something. So
yeah.
Yeah, let's just test it this week, and then later next weekend we can release it.
All right. All right.
One thing from my end is if you can try to add fences to the bridge, like on the right and left. Like just so even if they because right now what's happening is in BattleBit, because there are hills, because there's like so many things in the terrain that can while going in a vehicle, the wheels kind of they have a suspension that can the wheel can jump. I wouldn't say jump, the wheel can literally just go on top of an obstacle very easily. And to make it easy to drive. The problem with that thing is when you're driving on bridges, it's also very easy to just fall down. So if you can add a fence to the bridges, at least that prevents people just literally dropping the vehicle onto the the water instantly after 2 minutes. Because if someone drops a a quad bike, it's not a big loss. But if they drop a tank, that's already lost to the team, and it's happening, Sally. And also with LAV, LAV controls are a bit weirder. I will just gonna admit that. By that, I seen tons of LAV being dropped to the water upside down, which is
All
a
right.
problem.
Yeah, the current fang height is 1 meter only, 1 meter. So I will try to raise it by 1 meter 25 or 1 meter 3 and see how it will go.
Yeah, if you can just add a fence, in the roads, there's a small. I don't know what they're called. It's small fence, not exactly fences.
Yeah,
In
but
case
in
if someone
BattleBit, the
crashes, they
fang
don't.
will be destructible. We need to make it
We need
indestructible so they can stop vehicles.
undestructible fences, yes, for this one. So they don't unintentionally actually crash it and break it and then actually go yeah. All right, that will be
All
pretty
right.
much all. Well,
Yeah, it's all from me. It's up to you right now.
Up to me. Well,
yes.
I don't know. Should we go over the skin system again?
Actually, you have been showing for the last 2 weeks, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or 3. People kind of figured out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I guess. Do you have any major update on the skin system, Larry? If not, we can end it. Already, we have been talking for 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Not really a major one. Basically same as last time. It mostly been back and forth this week of just trying to figure out how to do it the best way. That is more or less my update on this, my 2 cents on this.
Okay.
Well,
we don't have to repeat it in this case, as far as I understand. Yeah, I mean, we want to keep the the dev stream mostly the native stuff mostly. Yeah. Okay. So guys, this week I'm gonna make it a very short version of it. This week weekly challenges, the end of round bonuses, and a couple of hitbox changes, like the hitbox detection changes, the player icon changes, for the visibility points. And then next week we have a new map coming in, 1 to 1 kilometer. And meanwhile, me and Velasquez, we're gonna be working on thinking about how can we maybe improve a way of frontline but single-sided. And yeah, that will be pretty much the most of the updates that's going to be this week and next week. About the update? I will try to drop it today. In next. Okay, I will say the time, but again, you take it with salt. 12 hours. I have to finish. Yeah, I will say 12 hours, but again, if there's a problem, I will have to delay it. So just take it with salt. I will keep you guys updated on Game Zero news about if it's dropping really fast or if there is any else a problem happening. But yeah, just generally this is the the updates, guys. All right. There's something else we could probably end the stream for today. Guys, we have also 2-week XP weekend this weekend. We won't do this frequently, and also we want to start implementing more events to the game, like random events or actually Halloween event, April's Fool's events. Like the goal here is actually design, for example, for Halloween only, like a special skin for, and a challenge only for Halloweens only, that kind of stuff. But again, to get to that point, we have to first have the 3D artists in the team. They have to get used to the workflow we have and the way how our system works, etc. But again, it's a progress, it's a step by step, and yeah. All right.
All right.
I guess we can end it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, Larry.
Thanks for joining, everyone. And okay, if you still have a little bit of time right after this, there's a few things I want to talk to you about.
Sure. And in a stream we can. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god, guys. Oh god, the stage chat. In the last time we had April Fool's trailer, not the intro, not trailer. Sorry. Oh, that was actually. I remember that some streamers were scared of what you call opening a game because of that. Like they're streaming on Twitch, and then you cannot actually stream anything that is not safe for work in Twitch. That would be a ban.
Yeah,
And then they just
they
see the
yeah, the orange theme, the orange intro of the game. Yeah, I remember that. That was so great.
Oh,
next time we'll think of something more creative.
Yeah, we won't have flying bodies next time, by the way, because it affected the gameplay directly. And what do you call? Yeah, that was a problem.
We'll think of something.
All right.
All right.
Have a great day, guys. I will keep you guys updated on upcoming updates about the challenge and the UI updates on the challenges, etc. Yep. All right.
Then it was a pleasure.
We can end this stream.
See you around.
Thank you,
Bye
Larry.
bye.
Thank you, Devcast. See you guys.